Hey guys, I'm going to go over a shortcut on this map which is called Alpine. I'm going to show you two things. Okay, there's something you can do here where there's a shortcut at the beginning. If you're playing this map and you're seeing that somebody is way ahead, you might even see them drifting and going around the wrong direction. So just as an example, before I do the shortcut, which is actually jumping up over here where that tree is and between those mountains, I'm going to show you kind of what the route looks like first. So you end up going through here as an example. You drift around. You might even see people coming at you at this point when they do a shortcut. But what they do is they come up here, okay? So I'm just going to kind of go here and I'm going to stop. All right? So there's a... Let me see if I can go off and see it. So when you get over to this edge here, the idea is when you do the shortcut, you're going to go up, you're going to jump up and then come around this way. So if you're drifting around, you're going to see people kind of coming around when you're over around that direction over there. You're going to kind of see people coming at you if you're going the regular way, and that means they're using the shortcut. So I'm going to kind of demonstrate that for you really quick if I can. Hopefully it doesn't time me out. Okay, so right here. Okay, so right here. Here we go. Here's the beginning. Here's the beginning. So here's the beginning. So when the match starts, a lot of people, what I end up doing is I end up drifting. I move to the right, drift left, and I jump and side flip, and I fly up there. Okay, so I drift left, jump, side flip, I go up here. I land, I build a drift, I release it. Now there's a timer that counts before you hit that, but if you can see, this is the checkpoint we just went through. See, right here where we had stopped, and we went around and then stopped over here. That shortcut is so overpowered that it is highly recommended you use it. If you're getting to higher ranks, you better be using it, because I guarantee everybody else that is using it is going to be beating you. Unless you're like a top player or among the handful of really fast players, there's a good chance that you're probably going to lose if a lot of people are close to your skill level and they use the shortcut and you don't. All right, so that was just kind of a quick demo of that. I'm going to show it to you one more time after I do a lap. What I want to do though is I'm going to kind of show you here. There's another trick people do, and it actually is part of the world record route. You drift and turbo through the hazards. If done correctly, you can turbo through a hazard with minimal speed reduction. All right, if done correctly. You usually have to stack it where you're going to go through the hazard with the intentions of using a turbo and releasing a big drift and or speed boosts while you're doing your side flip. You're going to have to stack all that together if you're going to be going through turboing through a hazard. All right, you have to do pretty much all the tricks or all the add-ons to make it worth it. All right, so a lot of times they do this, so I'll show you. So here it goes there. I drift around. I'll show you right here. I go up here. They drift right. They drift right through here, turbo through the hazard, and then jump and side flip. Well, I hit both, but as you can see, it didn't lower my speed as much, because then I start going through here, go through here, side flip, turbo, go up here. This is kind of the route that I go through. And then here's another trick. When I go through that trick where I'm here and I land at the beginning, you jump and you side flip and you go back up to that shortcut. See? Now watch, the timer is going down, so you have to make it to that shortcut before before it times out. Otherwise, it may cost you. Otherwise, it'll kill you, I should say. Oh shoot, how'd I miss that? Really? Okay, anyway, continuing on, one more. So you turbo right through that hazard. Even if you hit that second one, it's not that bad, because when you nullify it, it's not as punishing. Okay? This is that part, whoops, this is that part where I don't do the slingshot, because I could do the slingshot on that part, but I prefer to just let it rotate on its own and then just do its side flip. Okay, right up here. See, if you go through here and you don't make it to this checkpoint in time, you die. So this is usually the part where you'll see cars flying at you when you're using the shortcut, and the people that are not are going to be going up this path the normal way. When you're using the shortcut, you're going down. So I'm just kind of demonstrating it that, yeah, some people say, oh, that's cheating. Well, unfortunately, you kind of got to go along with got to roll with the punches of what people are doing. If you want to win or you want to keep up and win, you're going to have to do some of these shortcuts. That's why I'm kind of showing some of this as a demonstration. So there are some maps where it is ideal to just turbo through the hazard as long as you do it correctly. I mean, you just don't want to just go turbo straight through the hazard and things like that. It's not ideal. You really want to, if you're going to go through a hazard to make it worth doing, you're going to want to stack a big drift with your turbo and or hitting boost pads, okay? When you do all that, it's not as punishing, but you have to kind of you're kind of countering the speed reduction. When this game first came out, it was extremely punishing hitting the hazards because I can't remember how it worked exactly. It used to just take off like a certain amount of speed, like now it only takes off like a certain amount of speed that you can kind of counter it with turbo. But beforehand, when they first had these hazards, they were more punishing to where it was not beneficial to try and do that where you turbo through it. It was actually hit the hazard, it was more punishing. Whether that's better or worse, I mean, that's arguable, but that's just basically how it is now. So do keep in mind that you can turbo through hazards, but you just make sure that you stack it with a big drift. But you just kind of want to make sure that you implement it into your route that is ideal for you. But again, you got a whole library book that I did show you how to look at maps of world record routes and things that you should consider studying a little bit if you do want to get better at certain maps. Because some of those guys on there are really, really good, and there's a lot of those routes that don't use B-hops and things like that. There's some that do. The fastest ones usually do, but there's some that don't.